2022, after I joined OTK. I'm not planning to go into too much detail about the start of the relationship because it honestly doesn't really matter at this point. It's irrelevant now. The only things that really matter that you guys need to know for the story are that it was, one, an extremely private relationship. It was even hidden from friends and people in the org, but I mean, obviously people all eventually figured it out. They're not fucking stupid. And second, it was an extremely codependent relationship, which is not the issue, but it's just, making that clear for details. He initially portrayed himself to me as someone who was very nice to girls and wanted to help me feel safe from stalkers and wanted me to succeed as a teammate, and we grew very close over time, and I was very dependent on him for feelings of safety, social life, like my stream, my job, everything. So yeah, besides it being a very codependent relationship, the start of it was fine. I saw a lot of people mentioning this. They thought this was what I was going to talk about. It's not a secret. I think everyone who paid attention knew that he was very controlling over what I wore, to a degree who I was friends with, and even when I would stream. So when it was definitely slow over time that bad things started happening. At the start, it would be things like, for example, he would throw bottles, like plastic bottles of liquid in it, not like glass bottles, at me, despite me telling him like I didn't like it and it scared me and I bruised very easily. He would throw his phone at me. I would tell him, it scared me, I don't like it. And one time it even hit me in the eye, which caused me to get a black eye, but he always, was like, oh, it's an accident, and I was like, oh yeah, it's an accident, like, of course I'm not gonna think that, he's, yeah, I just, at the time, I just kind of was, I just brushed it off, and looking back now, I feel like that was kind of the start of him, testing my boundaries, if that makes sense.
Bro, this dude just went on a whole press tour.
That was already kind of starting to show.
And all this shit's been sitting in the background the whole time.
And then, again, a very public situation. The end of 2022, the cover-up allegations happened. I mean, like I said, all that's public. You can find all that, see, like, what I said during that, everything.
This shit's fucking crazy.
After that happened, his behavior started getting a lot worse, which, I mean, I suppose it makes sense. He was very stressed. A lot of stuff was happening.
Like, he always kind of gave off, like, the vibe.
Was ramping up, and
like, just a weirdo. I used to watch him.
So apparent, if, like, you go back and watch anything from that time. I tried so hard to help him and be there for him because I really believed in him, and I wanted him to, get better and get back on his feet and be the person that, I always believed that he was. But that, unfortunately, did not really happen.
If you have, like, one person saying this shit, and, like,
about a year
there's no reason Emery's gonna, like, lie about this shit, right? Like, only imagine. I just saw, like, a video of him, and he was just, like, talking about, like, oh yeah, I'm never gonna have, like, a monogamous relationship ever again. Like, he's pretty much just, like, which, this makes this look worse now. He's just like, yeah, I just want to do whatever I want to women. The fuck? I mean, it's only gonna get worse, man. I guarantee you there's gonna be at least 10 people that come out after this. Especially the way he talks about women now. Fucking wild. I used to watch a lot of him during COVID.
So, and again, a lot of people are like vaguely aware of this, but I'll explain it for people who aren't, you know, chronically tapped into all that stuff.
No, yeah, I know.
So for a long time, after the like cover-up allegations,
I just.
and he was like starting to.
And what's crazy is like all the cover-up stuff kind of got. I mean, I don't know if she's gonna talk about it. I take her word more than anyone else's because she was way closer with him, but it was kind of disproven. And then I kind of went back on his side a little bit recently. I've just been like, oh, he's just kind of a weirdo now. But
it makes sense. But
there's no way he gets past this at all.
Never really live doing the same thing at the same time for a long time, with the exception of like things like events or sponsors or like, you know, special things. For a very long time, and a lot of you guys probably noticed that I would only usually stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. That was because of him. And now I stream whenever I want. But the first time that we ever streamed at the same time was for the 2024 Rust Kingdoms event on Twitch. We were sharing drops, so it was the first time in a very long time that we were both going to be live at the same time, doing the same thing, basically. I know you're probably like, fuck's up doing anything, but it'll make sense of it. So, I'm live, he's live, we're
Turn
both
up a little
streaming, and like I said, you can go find all of this. This is public. There are clips of this.
Sorry if y'all are getting. I literally have 1 minute of ads on because I don't
the Rust
believe in it, to be honest. But
and I thought it was going really
they still
well.
run kind of whenever.
So fun. I was like, oh, this is great. Everyone's, you know, doing the same thing at the same time. We're all hanging out. You know, we're gonna have fun. Like, I was really excited. And then I start seeing in my chat people start saying unofficial Miz raid, and I'm like, what does that mean? And then I check my Discord messages, and he's messaging me saying like, Emmy, you know, I'm gonna kill myself. I waited, or I'm gonna KMS. I waited so long for this, etc. And basically he was upset because I had higher viewership than him. That's literally it. I had higher viewership than him. And like I said, this is during an event, so there were drops. Everyone knows when there's drops, like, it's not even fucking real.
Thank you for the follow, my man. Sorry, yeah, I'm not like... I appreciate it, but like, this is actually kind of pissing me off a little bit now.
I tried to tell him, I was like, bro, you should...
Like, this is crazy.
Come back and play. Everyone's having fun.
Imagine being like so insecure of yourself as like as a man to be like,
yeah,
oh, this girl has more viewers than I do right now that I brought up.
Trying to act like
no. I'm not saying unfollow.
In that house,
normally I'd be like,
I had a glass door, so
hyped up more and like thankful, grateful, but like
he was walking behind me.
This is so fucked up.
Making sure that I knew he was there. And by the way, so there were many ways out of that house if he wanted to leave the house that were closer to his stream room.
No, it's crazy,
chose the
man.
door that was right by my room.
I don't.
I feel like that's pretty apparent, at least.
And, you know, I was saying earlier, like he kind of gives off the vibe, but it's
behind my
just.
stream and slamming the door so loud that my noise gate can pick it up, so even people on my stream are able to hear this is happening.
Bro,
and
I was about to say, what are you yapping about? I was about to ban you for a second.
The lock did not work anymore. It didn't work for months, and it would just make this horrible sound.
No, you're good.
I have to hear like every fucking day, but anyway, so I hear him back there doing this, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
No, he always he gave off like the power hungry vibe. Like obviously, like he's very open about like talking about money and how important it is to him. But it's just like
I hate all you guys.
To actually hear this shit now is crazy. And like this is like 2-3 years old. I'm just done. And I was like, you feel for people because like they feel so scared to like come out and actually talk about it. And I get it, because like technically she was in his org. I don't know if she still is. I'm not as up to date with like the Twitch stuff, but it's just.
He was like, go finish your stream so that people don't know anything's wrong. And
crazy.
I stop in the bathroom outside my stream room, and I'm like, you know.
The thing is, he's been exposed before, and then he just like always gets out of it.
Crying. And I'm only in there for like 30 seconds, and he comes and like looms in the doorway. He's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm just checking my makeup." So I go back and I stream for a couple hours to finish the stream. Do my best to just like, you know, carry on the show basically. And yeah, after that, like I said, was when things started to get really fucking bad.
Shit, man.
It was like something just
the whole
snapped,
start of her career, like she kind of popped initially. She had the whole stalker thing, like when she was not small but smaller.
I'm sure he was very happy.
Pretty much, Mizkif was a manipulative, allegedly abusive. We haven't gotten to that part yet.
But I mean, it was a lot.
But emotionally manipulative for sure.
Kind of.
Sounds like very abusive based off some of the other stuff that he's done. Pretty much like throwing bottles at her, broken doors. This is still very, very early on, so we're still kind of listening to what she has to say, because I don't want to speak more than her. But
a week after that, and I announced that I was planning to move.
Bro, she's had so much shit going on in her life recently.
I have to go live
like,
to say this so that, you know,
I feel for her. I'm kind of confused about that. I don't know if it's in my head. What probably is like she had all this shit go down in TwitchCon, and it's the first time she had to record one of those type of videos. So now she's like
after like all that
more open about it. Cause it's hard to speak about this shit. Like you have to like get in their shoes where it's like this guy's over her, runs the org that she's a part of, dated her. Now they're exes and stuff, and it's just
throw things in front of me.
It's hard to speak about it.
Destroy walls. Again, you can go see this in some of his VODs in his bedroom. Holes in the wall. There would be times where he was upset at me, and I would go to my stream room and literally lock myself in to get away from him. And he would be banging on the door and screaming at me. And at the time, he also would more often do things like going.
I don't think so. I haven't heard that yet. She hasn't said anything about that. Nothing about that has been said that he's done anything sexually to her. I mean, they were dating, so I mean, I can assume, but non-consensually, I don't believe anything's been said about that yet.
Of me, or like because of something I did a lot of the time. Like one of the times
he just seems like an angry dude.
It was because we were just getting food, and he was on his phone, and he saw that Mr. Beast had put out a video.
I wouldn't be shocked if he was.
Invited another streamer, and he was like, "Oh, Mr. Beast."
Yeah, no, he's definitely on steroids.
This video, not me. And I was like, "Oh well."
I don't know if he said he isn't, but it's pretty obvious he's on steroids.
150 miles per hour
I used to watch. He like saved my COVID, but this dude's just. He sounds like a psycho.
Other things would happen, like I'd be trying to sleep and he would scream at me and say that it was all my fault, that he felt insecure. There was a time that
I'm pretty sure he was on.
I walked into a room that he was in, and as soon as he saw me there, he threw his phone at the dresser and started yelling because
I got you.
I had posted a YouTube video within the same couple of days as him, and mine was doing better. So basically, I felt like I was kind of stuck in a loop where I felt like I had to
like dating the person that's your boss,
and, like,
who like wants to do better than you and is like pissed at you for you doing better than them.
Not be thrown away, but at the same time, if I ever performed too well, I was gonna be punished for it. And it just felt like a very rough situation to be stuck in because, I mean, streaming's my hobby and my job. Like, it's a huge part of my life, even before, I met him.
I don't know. We haven't heard.
Like a larger creator.
I know some stuff happened with him and Maya, and I've always been kind of like.
How it felt like
it made sense, like, once Maya and, like, Cutie became friends, that, like, Ludwig kind of, all of them shifted away from Mizkif. We never heard anything about, like, what exactly happened, but
there was a time where
we can assume similar things happened.
The house was so unbearable.
Is Miz this bad? Kind of sounds that way. Bro just got done with the press tour, which is probably another reason why she's doing it now.
He saw me a couple times.
Cause like, he literally just got done with the press. I got like recommended 2 of his podcasts this week that he was on. I was like, I forgot he existed. I know this shit's coming out. That's probably what she's doing. Is he's trying to like go on a redemption type tour, and now all this stuff's happening. But
and there was a time that he did it, and I was laying in the guest room bed.
Yeah.
And one of the roommates in that house.
God, do I miss Tecton?
Come to see like why I was
Is he still streaming? I haven't seen him in forever.
Corner, and Miz, he came in, and he was very physically aggressive. He was like, Emmy, like, what are you doing? Like, angry. And then as soon as he turned and saw this other person standing there, he instantly, like, deflated and changed his tone. He was like, oh, Emmy, I was wondering where you were.
No,
like,
literally, same. I watched him, like, COVID.
That roommate, like,
through
later asked me about it. They were like, what the
2022, probably? No, why are we lagging?
What the fuck was that? Like, are you okay? And I was just like, oh, it's nothing. Because I felt like a lot of the reason that I didn't tell the people around me was because I felt like
Tecton always seemed like a chill dude.
No one would understand.
I wasn't like into like the games and stuff he played for the most part.
It would just be a burden to them.
Like every time he was like involved with the scene,
all of our streams and social circles and communities are so intertwined. I was like, maybe it's just better for me to deal with this.
But yeah,
and,
this stuff.
Things get better. Basically.
You always could kind of see the signs with this, but it was like I didn't know if it was like character type things. I think a lot of these streamers are dicks to be like characters. But
I finally was like, okay.
I guess it wasn't a character.
Like, I prepared the house that I lived in before this one, like, pretty much immediately after the, like, breaking the front door thing happened, but I was still, like, scared and unsure.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the final straw was, but I remember...
And this shit's hard. You can't just, like, come out and, like, just say...
Because he just randomly started, like, screaming at Cheddar. Like,
you can't like
so
you can't just like come out the day after this stuff happens and be like, oh, this happened. You can't do it nowadays.
Left him there and never took him
you have to have
back
like irrefutable evidence on everything.
Then, I think like within several days after that was when I finally moved out.
I'm assuming she's had lawyers for years that they've been working on all this stuff with.
Like I said, I don't even remember what the final straw was because so many things happened, but there was a time when I just knew. I called some movers. I said, hey, can you come tomorrow? They were like, yeah, and then I literally moved the next day.
Yeah. Blackmailing we knew about.
The last house that I lived in was
he's
a huge step mentally because, like I said,
yeah,
a big part of why I moved into
and it kind of tells you when it's like
the first place.
You have his friends that have all been accused of similar stuff. Some of them are guilty of it. Some we don't know are guilty of it. Like, it's all accusations. But it kind of tells you the people he's around. That was always kind of an iffy thing to me. But
even though like all these other things had already happened, I was very hopeful that me and him could be cordial and like eventually like things would be fine, at least publicly. Like for stream reasons that, you know, everyone can just keep streaming like nothing had happened, and, you know, at the time I thought that would be the best thing to do, and I felt like if I, you know, separated myself from him without explaining anything, people that watched us wouldn't understand and would attack me. I was yeah, I mean, it ended up happening anyway.
No, he's
so. But,
maybe that's why he was going on the last little press tour to get some little more press running on him.
After I moved
Didn't he
out,
just make a video yesterday on like Twitter talking about Ludwig? I saw a video of him yesterday.
He would always
where he was like yelling mad at Ludwig for trying to cancel him a few years ago, and now this shit's happening.
Like, even talk to other people and like kind of present. Like,
couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
Change. I want to be better for Emmy or whatever. You know. There was
I hope so. I mean, I don't know where. Like, where do you go from this?
Like, you can't. Up because, I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter now. And when that happened, I honestly felt relieved because I was like, okay, finally, it's like.
I'm hoping like a kick doesn't give him like a platform though.
Be able to say it was his choice, and
I just you need to like deplatform some of these people.
I would try to push for it.
Not a bad thing. Some people deserve to actually get canceled. Hot take, really, I know.
Sever it, if that makes sense.
Some people deserve it.
But I mean, obviously, hence me doing the stream, that was not the end of it.
No, for real. I as I was saying earlier, I don't know if you were here, but it's just
a week after this breakup.
Given the week in the past like 2 weeks that she's had, I think this is probably that was probably her breaking point where she's like, I want to talk about all of this shit now. Get it all off my chest. Get everything out that needs to get talked about.
I was crying like crazy because
I could never do this. I don't think I could ever do this.
A lot of major shifts in my life as a result of me attempting to start to try to distance myself from him. He so yeah, we were just talking and I was crying a lot. He started to try to comfort me by hugging me while I was sitting on the couch and holding me really close to him. And
I don't know. There's always been like this. I mean, there always is. I don't.
With being touched a lot by people that I'm not in a relationship with.
I think he just got power hungry, started to take steroids, but I mean, money and all this stuff just makes you more of what you are. I don't think it's more of a, I don't think it's a change you type thing, but.
And then, suddenly, he tried to climb on top of me and aggressively shoved his hand down my pants, and, I screamed. Yeah. And when I screamed, he jumped off me like a cat, like. And instead of apologizing or checking if I was okay, he said, I feel weird now. I feel like I did something wrong. I have to go. And he immediately left my house while I was still crying.
What the fuck?
Without checking if I was okay or anything. And at the time, I was still making excuses for him, and I was still afraid of causing trouble for other streamers around us, or like, you know, making things weird for viewers. I know that probably sounds crazy, but like I just felt this pressure, like I had to try to keep things together, if that makes sense. I felt like I'd cause trouble for so many other people if I ever said anything bad about him, or if I caused rifts in our
well, now we just learned he sexually assaulted Emery.
I tried to stay on good terms with him.
Before that, he's just a dick.
And also, I still
pretty
cared
much.
About him a lot.
Emotionally manipulative.
Still at that point had hope
just
that
this sounds like 2023, 2024. I don't know if I missed the date or not. They were not together at this time. No, not at all.
How he never physically abused me because he never hit me.
Yeah, no. I mean, some people. Yeah, it's just saying. Some people deserve to get canceled.
Or other streamers who are asking about it because they were concerned.
And he is one of those people who deserves to get canceled.
Tell them that I never hit you. Make sure that they know that I never hit you. Around the same time, this was during OnlyFans 2, so I guess like.
Yeah, no, he's. I don't think he'll ever be allowed to stream again. I hope.
In the middle of my streams and berate me.
Yeah, no, he's.
For things like playing the same class as him in WoW because he thought it would make people think that I was better than him. And again,
he's just an insecure dude.
I felt like I was
That's all.
In a constant loop where I had to perform well.
It all comes down to insecurities to me.
But if I perform too well,
it's just sad.
And I actually wanted to show some of those messages. Because obviously a lot of these things, I'm not gonna fully read these out because I honestly just don't want to read them out, but I feel like I want to show them to, like, kind of show what I'm saying.
I don't, he's just power hungry. I mean, that's all I've, like, gathered from, like, everything I've heard about him, like, seen about him, is, like, he just wants more. It's just never enough.
And, I am planning to probably post the bottom of this somewhere, so if, if you want to read this later, that's fine, I guess. And again, this was all happening while I was live. You can literally go find the stream and see me trying to deal with this.
Yeah, no,
while I'm
this
live
is
in the middle of a
obviously
dungeon,
he's just a very manipulative dude.
Play the fucking game.
He just wants he wants someone to control. One thing, don't be a tank. Now you're tanking. What can I do? Don't tank. Yep, there it is. I'm playing the game. Tank Emmy. Let me handle all the hates.
Tank Emmy, do it. Let me handle all the hate, the criticism. That you're worse than Emmys. The Emmy is so much better. The people saying you're better in every chat. The comparison says nobody will ever be on my side. Let me deal with it. You have fun. I asked you not to become a tank. You didn't listen. And now it's the classic, what was I supposed to do?
But fuck this dude, man.
And, like, like I said, you can go find the stream, but for context, I was playing Warrior in World of Warcraft in, like, a level 24 dungeon. It was, like, Silverpine. Like, it was just, like, it wasn't even, like, it was, like, dog shit gameplay, I'm gonna be honest. Like, so, yeah,
Bro, that's just wild. Just getting fucking controlling her over World of Warcraft for a stream.
I was constantly trying so hard to compromise with him because
I did copy the fit. This is like my stream fit.
I wanted us to be able to coexist in the same streaming sphere, but I felt like I could.
No, I'm not trying to profit from anything.
Like ever since that one stream where
I'm literally like I used to watch Mizkif like every day. I heard about all this shit that he's been up to.
That it was my fault that
and now I'm watching Emmy fucking rip her fucking heart out, trying to explain all this shit.
He doesn't scare me. The supreme top dragon in all his glory.
I'm just watching. I'm literally just watching the stream. Cool.
In particular, one specific streamer who I know there's a lot of people with certain streamers. It was not one of certain streamers. It was not one. To this day has been nothing but nice to him. He would say horrible things about this person.
That's what I'm saying. Shit.
And it was very hard to listen to. And just in general, he would say horrible things about other streamers in Austin, like, I quote, "I hate everyone here. You are all useless to me. You're worthless to me because it does nothing for my stream anymore to collab with any of you." And him saying that was the final straw for me. The day that he said that to me about other people was the first day that I ever, for the first time, started to ignore his calls and messages. And because of that, he even threatened to come to my house if I didn't answer. But I did end up calling him back, and I spoke to him, and I basically told him that I felt like I could finally see things for what they were. And he started panicking, and he was super apologetic, and he was saying he didn't want to lose me. which wasn't the first time that he like did something like that and was like, you know, basically begging me not to leave. But that was definitely the most extreme time. And again, like I said, I always had the hope that things would be cordial, or that, you know, we could be fine with each other. So I agreed, and we agreed we were going to talk about all of that. We talked about it about a week later, and instead of apologizing for anything, he basically told me that he realized he needed to go to Japan and LA to get his viewership back up, and
No,
he
he's
was
done.
basically too young to focus on
If he's like
relationships.
doing that shit over a video game, imagine what other shit. Like, that's the only thing we've really seen text-wise so far.
I mean, despite everything,
Over a
like I said, I
video
still cared
game
about him,
for
so
stream.
it was still hard, and I mean, it was like a mix of feelings, you know, like I was devastated, but I was also so relieved. But because of the past incidents during like other fights and times I would try to separate myself from him, past incidents during those times of him manipulating me into staying close with him and giving him more chances, sexually assaulting me, the abuse, and just him generally not being a very nice person.
He'll get perma'd.
After that,
He'll
I
for
decided
sure
that
get
the only
perma-banned.
solution, a way for me to move forward,
No,
I made the hard decision, but
he'll be perma'd.
I know now for sure the right one
There's no way he
was
doesn't
to
get
finally
perma'd.
completely cut contact with him. I knew it'd be very hard because our careers and our communities.
That's what I was saying.
intertwined,
She has gone
but I
through
knew that I
so
had to do
much
it,
shit.
that there was no other choice.
He sexually
So,
assaulted her.
I have not
Abusive
spoken to him since
relationship.
January
Like,
of this year.
Sexually
Sometimes-
assaulting somebody, I'm assuming, is a
You
perma-ban.
think that's the end? It is unfortunately not.
How the fuck would
I
he
haven't
not
spoken to him
get
since
banned for
January this year.
sexually assaulting somebody?
It only took a couple of weeks, but soon the messages started.
Thank you for the follow.
He has attempted to contact me over 40 times.
Yeah, no, I mean,
over 40 times individually.
if we want to
this
say
year, in
alleged, but
individual
I mean, they
texts,
ban all the
Discord
time. Like,
messages, Instagram DMs, and phone calls.
he's
And,
gonna get he should get perma'd.
I'm just gonna show those.
He's just a weirdo. He's just a stalker. Thank you for the follow.
first,
Sorry, I'm not like energetic or anything right now, because this isn't
At
like
first it starts simple.
that,
It'd be
but
confusing messages, or like him.
if he's not
expressing
perma-banned,
he
it's not a
was worried
serious
about things.
platform.
Like, first it wasn't anything weird.
She has nothing to gain from this. But I can't fucking read. I thought he got perma, didn't he? I thought the guy got permanently banned off all Twitch platforms and from attending any events. Okay, I can't read that, but he sent like 50 messages in a row. Y'all can probably read it better than I can. I am blind. I could have swore I saw a thing saying he got perma'd for like everything.
This is not someone who loves or cares about you.
Either way, I can kind of read it. But it's like sending 200 messages without a response is crazy. He got banned for only a week. If he got banned for a week, that's crazy. I keep like starting to read and I can't see shit. That's from my hardest in my
keep in
life.
mind, this is only things that he sent to me. I can't document all the things that people told me that he was saying. And, just kind of a funny side note, I guess. I would like to highlight this message. Because,
What do you mean, who is
doesn't really
Matt?
matter, but I ran it through a ChatGPT checker, and all the highlights, like I said, doesn't
Well,
really
that's
matter.
what the
I just thought it
ChatGPT thing was
interesting.
earlier.
But,
I don't know, this dude's just always in
yeah,
drama. I guess we all should have
like I said
known,
at
to
first,
be honest, but
the messages were just simple things.
I
Like,
don't think so at
him
all.
saying he was worried about things, or saying no one was talking to him, which I don't think was even true at the time. I think he was just saying that to try to guilt me into responding to him. I'm not sure about that, of course. This also extended to in-person interactions, because initially I made the mistake of thinking that I only had to cut him off through private communication, and, you know, we would be fine going to the same events and parties and such. I also had to start... Hold on, I'm still fucking sick. I made the mistake of thinking that I only had to cut him off through personal, private communication.
It's my loud ass
But I also had to
PC,
start avoiding going to the same parties. or
and my
places that I
neighbors
was worried to be in
above me are
person.
loud as shit. I'm trying.
Because, this was after he came back from his first
My PC's like right next to
trip
me.
to Japan. There was a party that I attended several months after I first went into contact with him. I was aware that he would be there, and I thought it'd be fine. I thought it wouldn't be a big deal. I thought I'll just
No shot. Hold on.
let him have his space, I'll have my space, you know, it's not a big deal. We're adults, right? I was aware that he would be there. During this party, I felt like he was following me around and monitoring me, but I thought that I was just being paranoid. I was
Damn.
like, it's probably just in your head. I was hanging out with Nick and Kachi and a couple other friends. And, at some point, Nick was like, it's too fucking loud down here, let's go upstairs. No one's upstairs. Let's just go, you know, chill in a room and, like, talk where it's not so loud. And, I was like, okay. So, they, as a group, went upstairs first without me, but it took me a bit longer to, get up there, because someone, like, stopped me and was talking to me. And I did feel like, I mean, he was, like, standing pretty close to that person. I felt like he was watching me, but again, I thought I was just being paranoid. But, I went upstairs, I was hanging out with Nick and Kachi and, you know, our other friends, and then about 30 minutes later, the room that we're in, the door opens. It's Miz. He opens the door, makes eye contact with me, goes, ooh, and then closes the door and leaves. And I was like, what the fuck? But again, I was still trying my best to, you know, give the benefit of the doubt, like, you know, maybe it's just like an awkward situation or something. But a couple months later, the person that he was hanging out with that night reached out to me privately and was apologizing. And I was like, why? And they're like, I just felt like I had to apologize to you because
What am I
I felt so
wearing?
bad and
Just
so
a
embarrassed of what was going on. Like,
sweater and
yes, he
polo.
wanted to see what you were doing. He was saying,
Kind
like,
of
I
the
want to
go-to
go
stream fit, I
see
guess.
what's upstairs, and he was checking every room. And
Kind of the
then
one I wear the
after
most.
he opened the room that you were in with Nick, he closed the door and started laughing, and then he just wanted to talk about, you know, how you guys broke up for the next, like, however many hours of the night. So I was like, wow, okay, that's good to know, I guess. The next story, that I want to tell involves what happened to me, Valkyrie, and Cinna earlier this year when we were attacked at the Santa Monica Pier.
Why is she doing this?
Because that was obviously...
Because she got assaulted and pretty much held hostage for like 3 years of her life.
On my desktop.
Like, I mean, if you had like someone like literally controlling every single thing you do in your life, you would do the exact same thing.
Where was I?
I don't know.
So
she said she has lawyers involved, so I'm assuming
March
she
3rd
did go to the
this year.
police and she wasn't allowed to talk about a lot of it. I'm assuming we'll hear more about that stuff soon,
talking
but
about how me, Ray, and Cinna were attacked.
We'll figure it out.
Which was not an issue. Like, we had no issue with that. Like, obviously, it's big news. People are going to talk about it. It should be talked about. We had, like, no issues with anyone talking about it and covering it.
There's 0% chance doing this for views.
I was fine with that.
Like...
He joined in on that whole thing.
If this is like proven false, this ruins
and again,
her
I'd
whole
like
career.
To remind people at this point, we were already a couple months into me
like there's no
being
point.
no contact with him, making it clear I didn't want anything to do with him. And so during this stream, he was covering what happened to me, Ray, and Cinna. He decided that he was going to
she's
tell
like the
more of my
nicest,
personal
one of the
stories
nicest
that
of
I've never
streamers, I
personally
think.
talked about or shared publicly myself. And one of these stories was one that like no one knew at all, and like it just felt so shitty because at the time that those things happened, like, you know, all the people that lived in that area together, we all came together and we all kind of decided, and this was heavily pushed by him, we should never talk about this because, you know, people are going to be weird. It puts Emmy in more danger, and, you know, it gives people ideas, so we're never going to talk about it. But, you know, of course, as soon as there's some big drama that he's not involved in, and he finds a way to, you know, bring up, oh, I was there for something that happened to Emmy, he does it. He was on a stream talking about these personal stories of mine, and I caught wind of it. And by the way, it was also so frustrating not saying anything at this time because the way he told those stories, he kind of framed himself as like the hero. He was like, oh, I held the stalker at gunpoint. No.
No, I know. Like, he's
the
been
only
like
person
talking.
who ever came into
He's been
contact
so
face
much
to
more
face with that
public
stalker before the
recently.
police came was Bonnie. Bonnie is the person who found that guy outside, went inside, told everyone, called the police. The police came. All Miz did was he stood far away from the front door, behind glass and metal.
He was just like
with a
yelling
gun.
at Ludwig.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. Still very scary, but why are you acting like
yesterday,
like,
2 days ago?
If anyone
about
deserves
trying
credit
to
for that,
cancel
it's
him?
Bonnie. Like, it's literally stolen valor. I'm so glad I finally get to say that because she is the one who, like, kept everyone in those two houses safe, not him. Anyway, back to the original thing, the Ray and Cinna stuff. I was obviously panicking. Like, I just had this horrible thing happen to me the night before. It was, like, huge, like, public, millions of people seeing it. And then my crazy ex-boyfriend is going live talking about more of my personal stuff. And, I'm, like, crying, and, Cinna and Ray are like, what's wrong? And I tell them, and I'm, like, panicking. I'm like, I need to call so-and-so, I need to call so-and-so, I need to call so-and-so. Like, these different people that I was like, they can contact him because I did not want to contact him. So, Ray, Cinna, some of me and Miz's mutual business partners, and Asmongold were all messaging him to stop. And by the way, Asmongold told me
he's cooked.
that he tried to call Miz while he was talking, and it rang 3 times and then hung up, which means that he saw it and he just wanted to be able to keep talking.
I'm just wondering how much other people knew about all, like...
Yeah, anyway.
I get you can't say anything because she doesn't want it out at the time, but, like...
I
wonder
don't
what
know
we're gonna
exactly
hear now.
what, like, the other people said to him, but Ray and Cinna told me that they were messaging him being like, bro, like, stop, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing this? And he was messaging them, who were also equally as traumatized as me, of course. They had gone through the same thing. Oh, what am I doing wrong? I'm letting people know what, you know, girls go through. Is that your job? Well, anyway, yeah, that all happened a couple of months into me being no contact with him. And yeah, he was arguing with Ray and Senna while they're trying to be like, bro, like, stop, like, you're making it worse. He finished talking about my stuff and then reacted to Senna and Ray's whole stream.
Nothing.
Where they were crying, addressing their communities.
I genuinely, and I mean that, like, I don't mean this in a bad way, and I don't know how it's gonna go. Like, I think there's a good chance he probably ends up killing himself, knowing the type of person, like, he's an emotional guy, and I don't want that. Like, even though he's a shitty person, I don't think anyone should ever kill themselves. But it's like, I would not be surprised if that's kind of the outcome of all of this.
His attempts to talk to me only ramped up, which I showed those texts. We went back to Japan.
Like, he's so
during that trip, he was texting, calling me.
And I hope he goes to jail, honestly. I just don't know what.
Begging me to take him back. And at the same time,
I think he would.
I heard that he was reaching out to quite a few other streamers who know both of us. And he was crying to them about how he wanted to get back together and how he thought someday we would reconnect and eventually get married. I don't think he even meant that, but I hope not. But I assume he did that with the hope that they would relay the messages back to me since I wasn't talking to him. And, I mean, some of them did. I also had a couple other streamers report to me that he would obsessively watch my stream and not in a, like, oh, I wonder what Emmy's doing right now.
It's just the hard things, like the sexual assault part of it, I think, as of now, is the only thing you go to jail for.
Hate watching my stream.
And it's like
watching my stream,
it's so hard to prove. Like, it's so hard to prove
every time that I've been live this
year. But
year.
now everyone's just gonna know he's a cunt for the rest of his life.
And they
so it's
tell
like,
me that he would want to discuss
I don't know if he's gonna go to jail unless there's other stuff, which I'm sure we'll hear about. Especially from other people too that are willing to speak about it now that she's actually speaking about it. But
they thought I had slept with anyone this year.
If you're asking the most likely outcome, I think he probably, yeah.
And then they told me he would say stuff like, "No, there's no way she's done that. She's not like that, and she's probably waiting for me."
I can see how he comes off as a nice guy first meeting him.
Stuff like that.
Like, if you first time you see him or like see a stream of him, you're like, oh, what a nice guy, and then you start watching, and it's just like,
that me and him still talk
now you hear
all
this
the time,
stuff, and it's just.
But we simply weren't together anymore because I was too mature, and I was not ready. I was too immature. But yeah, you could.
I used to watch his streams a lot, and I kind of grew out of it, and I kind of all the little like he's just annoying at a certain point. But it's just like.
He was begging me to take him back for the majority of this year, which was 7 or 8 months total. And like I said, some of the messages were even, I believe, ChatGPT. Not that it really matters.
But
Interesting, right? As of today, it's been about 2 months since he has attempted to contact me directly.
Yeah.
I think because about 2 months ago is when he started kind of getting scared.
I don't even know where she's at and everything, but pretty much everything's going on right now.
Which again, I wasn't going on my way to do it, but if anyone ever asked me, I wasn't gonna lie to them. I mentioned this at the beginning before I started like fully telling the story. I heard from my friends, other streamers, and my employees that he had cooked up a plot,
I mean, he's
that if I ever tried to talk about him, like about the abuse or anything else, he would try to go live and say that I killed my rabbits. And I was told that he approached several streamers who were around us a lot when we lived together and asked if they would basically back him up, and
no, he's so done.
Obviously, they're not insane. And even something happened this weekend at TwitchCon. One of my employees told me he went up to them and he threatened them, saying, "If Emmy ever tries to talk about me, I will destroy her." Whatever that means. And within the same night, he also texted one of my best friends, and he would have known that I would have been with this girl.
He's not getting
He
cleared.
texted her saying, "Hey, worried about her. Hope she's okay." You know, right after he just said to my employee and other people that he was gonna try to destroy my life. Yeah, all in the same night. And, yeah, that was Saturday, so that pretty much leads us to today.
See, I don't think anyone deserves
I feel like
death,
it's
but this is
clear
about
I
as close as
spent
we
the
get to it.
last year of my life cutting him off and
Like,
building a
this is
new
the type
life
of person
with
where you
people that
actually have to have a
care
debate
me,
about it.
and doing my best to move on peacefully without causing any drama. I did not want to do this.
I still think he's gonna do it to himself.
A lot of other creators actually told me that after his other
Would not be shocked
allegations in
at all.
2022, if I wasn't the first person to stand up for
I don't
him
think
and
he's
start
gonna
appearing
go
on
to
his
jail.
channel again,
It's so hard to
they
prove, but
do not think that they would have gone back to helping him with his content. So I always tried to keep things private, always tried to make things better, had hope that things would get better, you know.
yeah, no.
Tried
And
to be
that, I remember a
supportive,
lot of
and
that stuff coming out,
my
but it's
thanks
just
that I got for all of that was
when that's your
abuse and
friends, then you're gonna
resentment,
be around that.
and
Like
for
that's
all
the
of
type of person you are.
2025,
That's
all
gonna be
this
how your
year,
friends are.
harassment and hatred from him and his community, while he was the whole time secretly begging for me to take him back behind the scenes. I've taken a lot of steps already, as I said, it's apparent. I've taken a lot of steps to restructure my life and be a lot more careful about who I help and who I invest my time and my care into. And I'm doing a lot better
No,
now.
yeah, for sure
but
you should.
I felt like this was a necessary strain
That's the
because,
thing a
like I
normal
said
person
at the
would
very
do.
beginning,
Yeah.
I have heard that he has done things to other people that aligned with some of my own experiences, so I felt like
No,
it would be wrong
he's
for me to keep holding on to all this information.
and that's what what she just said. I think a lot more stuff's gonna come out.
I know I stayed
Thank you
for
for the
way too
follow.
long, and I thought that I could help,
Sorry.
and
I was saying
unfortunately
earlier,
learned
like
that
I don't.
couldn't,
It
but
feels like a weird strain to
I
be
worked
thanking
really
people
hard
for follows
to have the life
for.
that I have now with my
Like, I
friends,
appreciate
my
it,
family,
but
my pets, and my community. And I'm so grateful for how things are now. It was very difficult, but I'm very proud of myself for making the choices that I did to end up where I am now. And yeah, that's my story of dealing with abuse, psychological and domestic abuse, sexual assault, and stalking, and being threatened.
No, I do
if,
appreciate
I ever
it.
talked about it. And this whole time, it's been kind of hidden in plain sight, away from hundreds of thousands of people.
I think there's gonna be a lot more people that come forward now.
And
a lot more.
yeah, I know that me saying all of this probably isn't gonna make him or what's left of his community leave me alone, but sorry, voice crack. I know talking about this probably won't.
No, I
make him
know,
or-
but it's just
Sorry. Probably won't make him or what remains of his community leave me alone.
this is such a
but,
shitty situation.
I'm at least glad that people will be aware of all of this now, and I won't have to feel like I'm hiding a terrible dark secret anymore. And it's all out there now. And I also want to make it clear that not everyone that I interact with or that I'm friends with knew the extent of the
No.
things that were happening.
You can't after this.
And a lot of streamers didn't really know anything at all, but I mean,
He will
like I
lose
said
all
before,
of his
people aren't
fans.
stupid.
If
I think
he
it's
doesn't,
pretty
it's
clear
just
that a
so
lot of people
weird.
knew that things were happening, and
No, I agree.
like I
Like
said, you
this,
have to
this
remember,
stuff's so hard to talk
it's
about,
not just
especially when
me. A
someone
lot of
is in a
people
position of power
have
above
told
you,
me that they have their
it's
own
supposedly bigger than you.
of him.
Then it's so hard to come forward and talk about
But
this shit.
for
But
the people who did know about this, Thank you for being there for me through all
I know
of this.
it
And
now it
supporting me and
makes sense
cheering
to
me
me.
on.
Like he kind of felt the end was coming, and he
And
just
there
kind of
were a lot
wanted to
of
go on like
people as
one last
well
press
who,
tour. But
even though they didn't know anything, without asking any questions, they still were very kind and supportive.
because he should have
and
podcast in the Iced Coffee
always
Hour,
remember
and
that
that's
for
like
the
a
rest of my
big
life.
podcast. I think everyone's about to come forward now.
I also want to say, just so people know, that I'm not just trying to, like, put this out there and then, you know, I am already in the process of filing a restraining order on him in both Texas and California. And I also wanted to say that I would not be surprised if he tries to sue me for the stream that I did today and for coming out about him. Not because he thinks that he would win, but for PR reasons, like a slap lawsuit. It'd be interesting if that happened, and I wouldn't be opposed to people finding out more of the truth and things that I didn't even talk about today, and what else he's been lying about. And I'm sure there's also plenty of things that even I don't know about. And, yeah, there's more things that I didn't even talk about today, but I'm hoping that now that I have this out, this is the last time I ever have to talk about it. I can be like, okay, I got it out there. I'm not withholding this anymore. It's out there. And, yeah. I guess that's, pretty much it. Definitely not how I would have liked to spend my Saturday.
Did she say why she said it wanted to do it today?
Go to karaoke with my friends. Or something like that instead.
That's good to hear. I've been getting a lot of those
like
recently.
karaoke.
I've been getting a lot of those.
Right, guys?
It's like half my streams now.
Yeah, I think that's it. I'm probably gonna take some time off.
Gotcha.
I'm not sure. Like, I genuinely have no idea what the response
Yeah,
to this
I
all
knew
is gonna be
that,
like.
but
I really just wanna, like I said,
I don't know.
do my best to move on from this, because I've already been doing that for a year. Like I said, I feel like that's pretty clear. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for today. I asked my editor if he would put this on YouTube for if you guys want to look at, you know, any of the things that I shared today. But like I said, all of the streams that I referred to today are public. You can easily find them. And all the people that I mentioned today gave me permission to mention them. Except I think I mentioned Mr. B's Jukes, but I mean, he's not involved. Yeah.
No, I
I don't
agree.
know. I
It's
never thought
just
that I would be doing this stream, so it feels
given
really weird to
everything
have done
she's
it.
gone through recently, it's just
over now.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, well, now you guys know everything. And all the things I've been holding in for the past couple years. So yeah, thank you guys for listening. Hopefully I'll be able to keep giving updates
Yeah,
on the
I'm
TwitchCon
sure she
stuff,
has her people now.
but I'm hoping to
A lot of this stuff was 2 or 3
this
years
other
ago. So it's
chapter
obviously
behind
like
me. And like I said, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I feel
I don't know.
very confident that this was the right
She's
thing to
gone
do.
through so much shit, man.
I don't regret any of it.
Like she's been a streamer for like 5 or
Thank you
6
guys.
years, and she's probably gone through more than like any other like
I'm
streamer
gonna go spend time with my friends.
when it comes to like just physical stuff
And
happening to her.
hopefully I will see you guys all very soon. Thank you for everything.
I'm just saying like mainstream, like since she's like made it, like the amount of stalkers, the amount of like, I mean, it's unreal the shit she's been having to go
See you guys when I
and
see
deal
you.
with.
Bye.
Fuck. Y'all said his chat. I want to go see what these people. Did he get permanent? Oh, he's still alive apparently. See, look how many stuff I have. This was all from like 2020. Can you see like when the last time I watched somebody was? I'm actually kind of curious. Oh, that's fucking crazy, man. Bruh, who is subscribing right now? What the fuck is wrong with people? Yep. Holy fuck, man. Bruh. They're literally sitting here talking about UFC fights. That's fucking crazy. Bro, my faith in humanity just like goes down like every day now. Alright, I think I'm gonna end stream here. I just feel shitty now. But fuck people, man.